Hey, welcome to Summit mtguked. I'm here with my good friend Lorna. Yes, it is long overdue. Well, I've had a lot to do, so you can bog off. Back to EDH by Commitee. Going to do a little refresher because it's been a while since we've done the last one, but we do have to kind of keep the ball rolling. So Lorna's here just to give us his little bit of input, and we've got 5 more cards to add to it, and just to let you know where we're up to. Hope you're all well, enjoying the cold weather. Here from the summit of mtguked. It's frosty, and the forest looks slightly sort of glistening in the morning sun. Yeah, all these lines, man. Okay, so we started off with a Soul Ring, classic Soul Ring.
Soul Ring is the commander stable.
We stole this one from America.
Stole it.
Yeah.
We went over there and pirated it.
I went to Card Kingdom and I thought, I'm not going to buy cards from the UK. I'm going to start stealing other countries' cards.
I love the fact that we're sound something of mtguked. Instead, we went through the Kingdom of Cards instead of the Madhouse of Magic.
Well, there are different places to go to.
These names fit so well into this fantasy realm.
It's hard being ethereal and actually being able to make YouTube videos. Linking in with Confusion in the Ranks, that was one of the first cards, and it kind of led the flavour. Unfortunately, I think this is turning into some sort of red, durdly. I think everything happens. Possibility Storm, Scrambleverse.
This has become Destroyer of Worlds.
So
we're 27 cards in, and it's like, this is death.
Yeah.
What did you do? Oh, it cast Confusion in the Ranks into Possibility Storm and Springjack Shepherd and blah.
But I want to film me playing this deck, and I want to finish this off. Even if I only ever played this deck once, it needs to happen.
You may only play this deck once.
Yeah. And then people will set fire to it. Actually, that would be a funny thing to do.
People will kill you.
Play it once and then actually burn it. And
then do it again.
The KLF burnt £1 million out in the Shetland Islands, didn't they? I will put together this sort of £200, $400 deck and then play it once and then burn it. How's about that?
Go for it.
Confusion in the Ranks. Whenever an artifact, creature or enchantment comes into play, its controller chooses target permanent another player controls that shares a type with it and exchanges control of those permanents. From the outset, that's just stupid.
This is the epitome of chaos. Confusion in the Ranks is chaos on its own, but when you're playing tokens.
Well, let's just bring in a little bit of Cascade. What are your thoughts about Maelstrom Nexus?
Cascade is my favourite, probably actually my favourite mechanic of all time, and I don't think I've ever been capable of building a commander deck without at least one Cascade spell in it.
Yeah.
Even including Ardent Plea, which is a 3-mana do nothing enchantment, but it has Cascade Rain on it, so I played 1. The only targets that get hit were GT and Soul Ring. So it'd be like, Ardent Plea, Cascade! Look at my hand. I'm just going to reveal my deck and shuffle, because I'm holding both of my targets in my hand.
We've got a lovely Urborg.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give a shout out to many people, but Kimmy got us that one. So that's a pretty tasty little...
I think I picked up the other 4 he had. So
no, they're very sweet. And then we've got City of Brass, obviously. Possibility Storm, See Confusion in the Ranks. Mimic Vat.
Mimic Vat is amazing. It's just one of those cards that every deck should play because it's colourless. It gives you so much variety. It gives you proof against the Wrath Happy format that is Commander.
Now, Johnny
loves this card.
Unexpected Results.
Johnny played this. Johnny just loves this card because it's just stupid.
So you shuffle your library, then reveal the top card. If it's not on that card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost.
Yeah, that's pretty legit on its own. Like a show and tell, but random is pretty legit.
And if it doesn't work out for you, you return it to your hand and do it next time.
Just hit that land.
Look, there's Scrambleverse. Do we need to say any more? If you don't know what Scrambleverse does, go look it up.
I really, really want you to resolve Springjack Shepherd.
Okay, what is your thing with Springjack Shepherd?
Okay, Springjack Shepherd is so me and my friend Reese, we stream on Twitch and everything else.
Plug it.
We do. We stream on a channel called Athena Games UK, which is where Ed descends from his mighty summit in order to bring us joy and videos and nonsense. But Reese started playing Magic during Lorwyn, and loves the card Springjack Shepherd and Warp Wild. Because you make Springjack Shepherd and loads of tokens and then you Warp Wild into all the good things while your opponent hopefully gets screwed. Unfortunately that never happens because your opponent's probably just playing good cards. So
my only knowledge of Springjack Shepherd is in Fenn's deck, which he's now not calling this one's for the Shire. Because he gets to hang out with a bunch of miscreants, he's now started calling it Meth Hobbits.
Yeah, that was mine. I was the one who said that. I am the one who introduced Meth Hobbits.
He's just a little boy.
They are Meth Hobbits.
Why does he know what meth means?
Their eyes are like a third of their face. But Springjack Shepherd just make like it's got devotion. It has chroma, which was devotion done correctly. But it's got you put that many 0/1 goats into play, and who doesn't like the most inoffensive creatures of all time? They are just 0/1 ballywhackers. They do nothing, and then you destroy everybody because you're actually playing confusion in the ranks. And you're like, also, it's a card called Springjack Shepherd, and that just sounds awesome.
Yeah. We got a command tower. We got Temple of the False Gods. We got Winds of the Fates.
There's only one way to play that card, by the way.
Tell me all about it.
You have to get everyone at the table to agree to man mode it and put everything in one pile. because no, everyone normally you cast Winds of the Fates, and if everyone does it right, they just spend 20 minutes all dividing into 3 cards. You're like man mode, Winds of the Fates, and get everyone to go one pile because everyone's 2 out of 30 times you're never going to get hurt, and then there's that one guy who was always ahead on board who suddenly has nothing, and then just casts Faith Reward, and you're like, oh.
Do you know what? This is my last altered Gary.
Yeah,
this is Gary. This is my Van Gogh Gary, who became the channel art for our channel.
Yeah.
I traded loads of them away, and I'm glad that I did. People have said, "Oh, will you ever do any more?" I'm not sure if I will.
No, you need to find a new card from this set, from cards the most playable common, which is also on this page, to be fair.
The most playable common
from cards. The boost cruise.
Boost cruise. Well, I like thinking of it as ooey ooey baby. Won't you come and take me not on a sea cruise but a treasure cruise? I think so. Whenever I see it, I let out a little ooey.
It's just I love the fact that it's the boost cruise. You get drunk on cards and you get drunk on a cruise. So it makes sense.
So we can
right?
have little bottles and cans of beer and litter.
Yeah, you could do it as a boat in a bottle. See, I'm the ideas here.
Vandal Blast, because someone said artifacts, deal with it. Chromatic Lantern, Sea Command Tower. Laboratory Maniac.
Sea Treasure Cruise.
Sea Treasure Cruise.
See everyone else trying to draw cards.
We're not going to put, what is it, Hermit Druid or whatever?
Hermit Druid, the one that mills everything but basic lands.
Make EDH as fun as you can't. I win. Was it turn 3? You can do that.
You can do it. Well, you can probably do it turn 2, but yeah, it's not safe.
And then Treasure Cruise. Yeah, I like Treasure Cruise. I prefer the art on this guy. If I'm talking from a, I'm not a dedicated card alterer, but I don't know why I did those. I just thought I'd give it a go.
Yeah.
And my own sort of inimitable style of sort of making things Van Gogh styled, which essentially means I'm pretty crap at painting. But so I shouldn't say that Van Gogh was a genius. No, I was channeling a genius, darling. Treasure Cruise is slightly dark, and it's
but if you look at the bottom, it gets really bright. There's some really white rocks, and there's gold all over it, and then there's bright lights. It's like they're sailing into.
I'll give it a go.
Carnes Vegas.
I'll give it a go, man. I'll give it a go. So this brings us on to our latest page. What is happening with our latest page? Well, we've got a wreck tower, obviously. Nevermore. It's just why ever not.
I love the fact that people play Nevermore in Commander, where it inevitably is only used to name commanders.
Yeah.
Your commander is ridiculous.
Kalia.
That was fun.
You got an Evolving Wilds and a Temple of Plenty. I think other temples will come in, but we are only putting cards in on people's suggestions, so it could be really easy for me now to go, oh, I'm just going to splurge out the rest of this deck, I know where it's going, but actually that's not the point. It's
I don't think
you guys suggest a card, we put it in, and until
within reason.
Well, yeah, as long as it's legal. I'm not going to put, what was it, Biorhythm or Iona in it.
Iona's legal.
I'm not in EDH.
No, she's legal in EDH.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh well, not.
People don't play her by social contract.
Okay.
Because if you're playing her in your deck, the blue players will take it from your deck and put it into play against you.
Yeah.
But you're playing 5 colours, it's like, name black, and you're like, I'll do another thing then.
So.
And Evolving Wilds. Which means I now hope that you don't play any basics, so that you can just shuffle. Yeah. Evolving Wilds on turn 1. Break it. Go.
Shuffle my deck.
Yeah, do nothing.
Just have a look through. Oh yeah, all my cards are pretty. And then we've got 5 more to add to this little sleeve, which will take us up to 27 cards. So we're still looking for at least
33.
kind of another same amount.
Yeah. Well, if you want to be playing like 54 lands.
Yeah.
So less than that, but yeah. So, should we start as we
Go for it.
on?
Let's see what we've got
Wow.
added to this.
We have
Veritable cornucopia.
the Heroes Podium, which is a lovely set foil actually. I thought that was the promo, but it's really not.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty sweet card. I think it can lend then to us sort of adding some legendary creatures if we wish. Yeah, it could be quite funny. But then also, if people are sharing legendary creatures and someone ends up with that, it means that you might end up with a whole ton anyway. So this might just be
Confusion in the ranks kind of gets a lot more better when you're playing against like the God deck.
yeah.
And
So-
then we have a card that you have played, I believe, in Standard.
Crewfix's Insight.
Probably,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Feels like
this
you
is
have.
pretty good. Reveal the top 6 cards of your library. Put up to 3 enchantment cards from them and the rest into your graveyard.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Why ever not? It's a
Because
3
you know,
cost.
it only finds like Confusion in the Ranks and Possibility Storm and Nevermore and all these horrible troll cards. That seems perfectly fine.
And if it's kicking off with Cascade and all the other things, who knows what will happen.
Crewfix's Insight into Cascade is kind of stupid. Especially because it's only a 3 mana card. I can't remember what else you can Cascade into Sol Ring. How do you find your Sol Ring? Well, I play Maelstrom Nexus into 2 mana card. Like, that's just like a really roundabout way to do things. It is.
Let me just explain. Lorna's now looking at me like this is my fault. This isn't my fault. This is
You let
everybody's
them
fault.
have a choice.
I let them have a choice.
You gave them a vote.
You gave them, well, not even a vote. Just you know,
There's no voting system.
in the comments below, just say, hey, I think you should add this card, and we will try and find it and put it in.
I
So-
basically said add any card with Spring Jack in the name, and I think there's only 2.
Yeah, so there you go. Stringback pasture, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to find one of those for you. I know there's one in the store. I need to go digging.
Right, we've got a few others here.
We have Le Spectre Ward because the amount of creatures you're playing is too damn high to not play this apparently.
Well,
How many creatures do you have so far?
not many.
0.
2.
Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3. You can put it on a Gary, on a Springjack Shepherd, or on a Lab Maniac. Because...
What about?
Or whichever commander we end up using.
I was thinking of like Gift of Immortality, but that doesn't remove Gary from the game, does it?
How do you mean? It just puts it in the graveyard and brings it back.
So Gary would go into the graveyard and come back.
Yeah.
Quite.
So Gary would just keep draining the table for 2, maybe 3.
I don't know. We'll
You
see.
could also cast Gary into it, but you can put it on there through Maelstrom Nexus. Doesn't work like that.
Let's see the last 2 cards.
Dictate of Heliod. I'm going to put it in this bottom right hand corner because the other one deserves.
I'm not quite sure. I can't remember who told me to put this in, so if you're out there, thanks. It's a flash enchantment, giving all your creatures +2/+2 in a game which might want ending quite rapidly.
I don't know if this deck can actually end games.
No, I think
I think at this point you just sit there playing a
Stop
load of
super.
sweet things and then someone kills you and you're like, that's probably right.
it's the I don't mind if you kill me early deck.
Yeah, please, if you need someone to kill, please kill me.
Kill me now. And then we've got a last card.
Which is Vara, God of the Police.
Summon the Police. She's a 4-drop god, 6/5 indestructible. At the beginning of each upkeep, if you had another creature enter the battlefield under your control last turn, draw a card. So it's a draw engine for a crazy deck.
Yeah. It's
Fair enough.
It's one of those awesome cards. It does so much stuff.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sweet. Okay, look, we've now got up to, what's that, 3 times
27.
9, 27 cards. We need at least another lot of this and then another 9 cards.
Yeah.
So keep suggesting. My only thing is make them sort of in the range of £10, $20 cards, because I'm not made of money, and I have things which I can trade for. I've traded for pretty much all of these, or had these. And so, yeah, no, I'm not going to put Imperial Seal or Gaia's Cradle or whatever in it, because I just can't afford it. And
You really,
it
you
would
really
be
should, though.
disappointing.
Because Gaia's Cradle will make so much sense with all of these creatures you're playing. Like, oh wow, you'd be generating like what, 2 mana?
Oh no, it's crazy. Crazy times.
Wow.
A big thank you to Lorna. I will put links.
Yeah.
What do you call them?
Links.
Links in the
URL.
Yes. And check them out. Monday nights have always got better.
We're going to be
because,
doing more. We're going to be doing more
yeah.
streaming at some point when we move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
No,
building.
we should do shout out for
And
Athena.
then I'll have like an Ed stream where we get you in for a day.
Oh man.
Like a 12-hour stream.
12-hour
I'll
stream.
just leave you with a camera and a keyboard and lock you in a room.
Well, anyone that watched me stream with you before will realise that after about 5 minutes of being left alone,
That was
I'm
amazing.
Going,
You just started
what can
talking
I-
to the chat.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Please, someone make it stop. Okay, guys. Cheers, and merry whatever and all that. And speak to you soon. Bye. Bye.